Hey everyone, welcome from the depths. I'm Minty, and this is episode 87 of the Battleship Brawls Season 4 tournament. This episode, we've got the St. Augustin continuing its way through the ranks, coming up against the Charon, the very futuristic, almost alien-like, sort of more like a spaceship than a battleship ship. Ship. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this battle underway, because we've already seen these ships fight once before, or multiple times before in the case of the St. Augustin. So we'll see how this goes. St. Augustin launching a rather large volley, as usual, for its opponent, but the Charon has steered away from most of it. Took a couple hits, but for the most part, it avoided those shells. It's doing a bit of a, going back and forth, doing a little bit of an S. And that is causing a lot of shells to miss the Charon. But, at the same time, the few that are landing are popping off turrets. Or, well, guns at any rate. So, that's not a great situation for the Charon. And it just took some big hits there. Knocked down to 90% health. St. Augustin at 98. Charon is landing hits, but hitting this church strapped to the top of it is it doesn't really do a whole lot. St. Augustin doesn't care. And the Charon does not seem to have any guns left capable of firing. Well, that one just reloaded, but it's not aiming. Maybe it just can't aim while the Charon was doing that maneuver. No, it should definitely be able to fire now, and it's not. It seems like the Charon has been disabled, so that's bad news. Bad news for the ship. It doesn't look like it's taking all that much damage, but there must be a lot of internal damage because its health is very low. From the outside, it just looks like, the outer layer of armor has been stripped off in some places, and that's about it. Then you look at the health, and it's like, oh. It is, taking some serious penetrations. All the internals are getting torn up, I would imagine. It's hard to tell when the ship is moving and the camera isn't attached to it. Charon very low in the water at this point, but still afloat, barely. And there we are, the Charon is 2 damaged and going to despawn. So that is the end of round 1 with the St. Augustin victorious. So let's go ahead and get round 2 underway, see how this goes, see if the Charon can step it up a little bit. Or if another opponent is going to get just bombarded into oblivion by the St. Augustin. Well, it doesn't help that the Charon seems to be aiming at the spawn stake. Has a lot of wasted shells that could have been doing damage to the Augustin. Augustin, I don't know. However you want to pronounce it. Apparently how I pronounce it depends on how I feel at the time. Because it just changes. One of those inflatable wooden turrets in the rear got popped off. By the Charon's fire. And, you know, I say inflatable. It's not actually inflatable. It's just a wooden shell of a turret. Augustin did just lose a gun there. That was a pretty much direct hit on one of those guns, but it has a lot. It's actually lost quite a few. It's lost, like, I want to say 7 or 8 is what I saw. Something around that. The Charon is actually doing some pretty significant damage. It's just taking more significant damage. Absolutely pummeled. Charon still has one gun at least. Well, it has 2 apparently. One of them seems damaged though. But it does have this one turret in the rear here, still aiming and firing. Oh, I think that gun. I think it has several guns left, but this one can't fire because its barrel armor is actually in the way of its own shells. And then there's this guy who got shrunk down and is now basically shooting spit wads. And there goes that one rear turret. Like, none of the guns on this on the Charon here seem able to take a hit. They get hit once and they're done. That just passed right through. And there we are. The Charon is 2 damaged. So that is going to be the end of this match with the St. Augustin, the dominant victor once more. I think we only have 1 or 2 more fights left for it. Let's see. 1 more. Liberty or Death by Rocky will be tomorrow, and then that will be the end of the Augustin's run. Well, it'll be the end if the Augustin wins, I should say. We don't know. We haven't actually seen that ship yet, so we have no idea what's going to happen with that. But yeah, it's getting down to the end, folks, so make sure you are putting in your Hall of Beauty votes for the ships, yes or no. No votes do matter, because it's not like a certain number of votes and you get in. It's percentage based, so yes and no votes both matter. So yeah, make sure to check that out for pretty much every ship that hasn't already retired, and you can find that out by checking out the roster and standings, which is also linked in the description. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.